Hey there, gang. It is time for another comic book unboxing video. We are going to be looking at the second half of this box today. We did the first half yesterday with James T. Kirk as our chaperone. Today, Spock will be overseeing the festivities. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. As I said, we are doing the second half of this box today. We'll be picking up right where we left off yesterday, and these books will be going up either on eBay or the Whatnot app. So if you don't have an account at Whatnot, you may want to create one. Come by and see us. At this point, I can't tell you what the username is going to be. It's either going to be .com Comics as it is on eBay, or it might be Sell My Comic Books. But at either way, do stop by and see us. Say hi in the live chat that is ongoing during the auctions. We'll look forward to seeing you there. But right now, we are going to see some cool old comic books. So please do like, share, subscribe, comment away, and stay tuned to the end for the special contest code word. I'm laughing because I know what the code word is. Okay, so here we go. I've already put them out, and this is a book we saw last time. This is Strange Tales number 129. So we ended up having two of these in this box. This book does very well. Strange Tales number 130 with the Thing and the Human Torch taking advantage of Beatlemania and wearing their Beatles mop top wigs. Strange Tales number 136, 137. The Brave Die Hard. Well, now we know where Bruce Willis got that title from. Strange Tales number 139. The End of Hydra, except it wasn't. And Strange Tales number 140. 144. Here is 145. Lo, the eggs shall hatch. The End at Last. This is Stan Lee being kind of a passive-aggressive dick to Steve Ditko. And he really always was. He always says, oh, I don't know what Steve's problem was. I have no idea. But he had to have been aware there was a little bit of his behavior. And he always kind of denigrated Ditko. Initially when Doctor Strange first started, Stan admitted that the character was created entirely by Ditko, that all he did was, what a lot of people accuse him of is just filling in the word balloons. Well, on Strange Tales on Doctor Strange, that was literally all he did. And he had left a note, I can't remember if it was in the soapbox or a letter column or something about, we've got this new character, Doctor Strange. Steve Ditko thought him up. You'll probably hate it, but whatever. I'm paraphrasing, but that was it. And so this issue is Ditko's last Doctor Strange story. He'd already quit Spider-Man at this point. He quit Marvel entirely. Allegedly never telling Stan Lee exactly why, but again, I think we know they weren't really getting along. It got to a point where Stan Lee, when Ditko came in to drop off pages, Stan Lee wouldn't even come out of his office to see him. And so he quit them both at the same time. The last Spider-Man story had already appeared in Amazing Spider-Man, I think it's 38. And so this was Ditko's last work for Marvel for a long, long time, and his last Doctor Strange story. And so what does Stan Lee do? He titles it The End at Last, which that's not a coincidence. That was a dig at Ditko, I guarantee it. Anyway, here is an early Strange Tales, not an early Strange Tales, but an early issue in the heroic era. It looks like the cover is detached from the top staple, maybe even the bottom. It's a little rough. The trademark very heavy outlines on the word balloons. But Johnny started as a solo feature, Johnny the Human Torch, and I think it was 100 or 101, I can't remember which. So this is only issue 106, pretty new, because when he started his solo series in Strange Tales, Fantastic Four was only on issue number 7. They tried to break Johnny out right away as the star. It turned out people liked the Thing much, much better. But anyway, that's early in that run. We saw 2 of these in the last box, and by golly, here's another one. Spider-Man Special Edition. It's got Venom. I don't know how well that's going to do, though. This next one, though, I can see as we So we grab it and get ready to set it down here for you to see. This one always does well. New Teen Titans number 44, first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Oh, look at this. That is Incredible Hulk 271, the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. And what does this say? It's stamped here, not to be sold. So I wonder if this was some kind of house copy or something like that. Is it stamped anyway inside? Because it could just be a kid playing with some stamp of their father's. Nothing else, just there on the cover. So I would say that, because it's in pretty nice shape, I'd say that stamp is why it is here instead of having gone to CGC. But you may not know, this was 1982. This was on the stands in February 1982. So Rocket Raccoon just had his 40th birthday. Not that Marvel did anything to celebrate. This is Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. This is tied for the second appearance of the black Spider-Man suit. And here on the cover, it's just part of the corner box, but he wears it inside. And I say tied because the issue of Amazing Spider-Man that debuted the suit, blanking on the number, I want to say 257, I'm not sure that's right. That came out first, and then the following week, this and an issue of Marvel Team Up came out. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, where Spidey got that suit in the 8th issue. This is number 1. Number 2, it used to be all you could really sell of this series was number 8, where Spidey got that suit. Then it became so that number 1 was worth selling as a single. And now, dealer's choice, you can sell the whole series as one multi-book lot, but you can kind of get away with selling all of the issues as singles, as it looks like we are intending to do here, because we don't have a complete run. This is the first appearance of this particular Spider-Woman. Not that anybody would care. She hasn't appeared in 20 years. But there you go. There you go. All those should do fairly well. They should bring, if not $10, close to it. Is this the first appearance of Mother Superior? I'm not sure. It's a John Byrne cover, so that's cool. Number 290. The Sandman. Not the Sandman that you know by Neil Gaiman, but this is the Simon and Kirby Sandman from the early 70s. Nice condition. Printed a little off-center, but still in pretty nice shape. This series only lasted like 5 issues. As soon as they got the sales reports, they were like, yeah, kill that turkey. Because it did. Back then, it took a few months to get the final sales results back in the newsstand era. Marvel Premiere number 3, and this is the first of this particular Doctor Strange series. Of course, Doctor Strange was in Strange Tales, as we saw a moment ago. Then, when Marvel got the boot lifted and was able to publish more than 8 books a month, it split all of its dual feature books into 2 books, with one of the characters keeping the numbering from the original series and the other one getting a new number 1. So when Strange Tales split up, that series was canceled. Nick Fury got a new number 1, and then Doctor Strange continued under the old Strange Tales numbering. Didn't last very long, only about a year and a half or so, and then it was canceled. And then he came back in Marvel Premiere. The first 2 issues of Marvel Premiere featured Adam Warlock, and he graduated to his own series. And then Doctor Strange came in. He started from issue 3 to 14, and then graduated to his own series with his first number 1. And then after that, with number 15, it was Iron Fist, who also ended up getting his own series. So here's number 5. Very, very nice. Black Panther. This was kind of nothing for a while. A long time in the back issue market. But with Black Panther having become such a big deal from the Marvel movies, this was either 3 or 4 issues in Marvel Premiere that he starred in. This has become, a hot book. And this one, particularly where he's fighting the Klan. Here is a reprint of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. I'm not sure what printing it is. I'm going to guess it's the second, but I don't really know. My pal Michael, who is on Twitter and Instagram as Mr. MacZap Comics, he's a big Turtles fan, and he could look at that and instantly tell you which printing it is, but I would have to look inside to know for sure. Here is Web of Spider-Man number 18. That is either early or first appearance of Eddie Brock, who would go on to become Venom. Here, Rocket eventually got his own 4-issue miniseries, and there is the first issue, the cover by Mike Mignola, I believe, is the art on that. There's another #1, newsstand editions. We keep trying to sell this one as a single, and I keep telling the boss, stop that. But it's this version of Ms. Marvel, who again hasn't appeared in like 20 years. So, you know, it's not like anybody should or does care. But I don't know. The price guides say it's a thing, and Key Collector will tell you it's a thing. But really, that'll go for like $2, $3, $4 on eBay. Here's Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #1. These are direct sales editions. Here's another one. Here's another one. Another one. Oh, look. Here's DC's version. I think DC came out first, if I remember right. Crisis on Infinite Earths #1. Now, here's the direct sales copy. And here's a fairly decent condition newsstand copy. So that's cool. Web of Spider-Man #1. Always a solid seller. You know, it's an easy 10 or 15 bucks on eBay all day long. And same deal. We've got a version that went directly to the comic shops and one that was sold initially on the newsstands. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero #21. And that is the first appearance of Shadowstorm. Is that right? It's not Snake Eyes. There's Secret Wars #8, and it's a newsstand copy. That should help bring it a kind of a premium, because by this point, the mid-'80s, we're getting to, so it's sort of 50-50 on rather a book came from the newsstand or the direct sales. By the early 90s, only about 15% of the print run or so was going to the newsstand. But by this point, and of course the other thing though, even though it's like 50-50, it's harder to find a high-grade copy of a newsstand book because it was a different audience, kind of a casual audience buying those books. It wasn't the fanboys who bought it, and if they read it at all, it was read once and went right into a bag with a board and hermetically sealed and protected and locked in a vault. And you know, the newsstand copies tended to be read, reread, read again, left under the bed in a shoebox. That kind of stuff. And here it is. Oh, I was wrong. What did they say? 257 earlier? It's 252. That is the first appearance of the black suit. About how long? I want to say 8 months, 9 months before this. Well, let's look it up. Let's look it up, because a lot of people they'll list this as the first appearance of the black suit. Chronologically, it's the first appearance, but this book actually came out first, and then this one, you know, told the story of how he got the suit, but the story was set in time before this. So this is December 1984, or FOA, as we would say here in Maine. And this is May 1984. So yeah, several months beforehand. This is the first appearance of a Venom on a cover, and only his 4th appearance overall. So that's a good book. Does quite well. Here's a Hydro Man appearance and a Venom appearance and a McFarlane cover. So that's got a fair bit going for it. This we saw just a bit ago, but this is the newsstand copy. This Spider-Man vs. Wolverine does a lot better than you might expect. Oh my goodness. Holy turkey fuckballs. This looks like Special Edition U.S. Navy. Look at that look on Spider-Man's face. Why did I say Spider-Man? It's because I was just looking at a Spider-Man book, and I'm old and stupid. On Superman's face. Although, you know, there is some early issues of Spider-Man. They're corrected in the reprints, but there are some early issues of Amazing Spider-Man, at least 1 and I think 2, where I don't know if Stan wasn't thinking right and wrote it wrong in the script, and the letterer just, you know, dutifully copied what was in the script, or if the letterer screwed up, but Peter Parker is referred to as Superman. It's actually in the word balloon. It says Superman. Somebody calls him Superman, but it's Spider-Man. But this is Superman, and I don't know what this is. Well, this is helpful. Special Edition Superman. So if you didn't know this was Special Edition Superman, flipping it over for that note will tell you it's Special Edition Superman. It looks like it's some kind of like war recruitment kind of thing. It's not a regular issue. It's got no price on it, so it was a giveaway. It might have been something like given at recruitment centers or something. It's detached from the bottom staple. I'll have to look that up, and I'll let you know on screen. What I find out. This is kind of a big deal. It was nothing for a lot of years, but a lot of these what if stories, especially from the first run of What If, have become actual canon now. Marvel's just gone ahead and done those what if things, and so of course Jane Foster has become the Thor and was Thor for many years, or as I like to call her, Thunderella. Although I like Jason Aaron's run on Thor featuring Jane Foster. A lot of people don't, but I'm not sure a lot of people that are negative about it have actually read it. But anyway, this issue where it's kind of a knockoff what if story that has become quite a solid seller on eBay. Amazing Spider-Man 173. These are kind of in my golden age, that 35 cent era, the late 70s, 70, 77, 78. That's when I was just getting into comic books. Not just, but that's when I was like, I knew I was going to be a lifelong collector of comic books. And I remember this story from when I was a kid, this Dr. Foster's story. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I wonder if we're going to finish out with Spider-Man. This is the last stack in this box. Let's see what we've got. Here's some more late 70s Spider-Man. This one's a little earlier, more of the mid-70s with Hammerhead. Still only 25 cents, which of course means it's not going to be 25 cents for much longer. All right, why is this one special? This is, I don't even know what this is. Is it Doctor Strange 381? Reverted to the legacy numbering for a time. I'm not as good with the modern books, at least as far as it comes to like why they're valuable. So this is Doctor Strange number 381. This is only a couple years old from 2018. From 2018. I told you I'm getting old and stupid. I don't know why this is a big deal. Probably it's the Loki appearance, and it's probably some first appearance of one of the alternate versions of Loki that appeared in the Disney Plus series. I bet you that's what it is. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, number 1. And this is a number 1. During this period, Marvel was doing this trick. I mean, it was rebooting books with new number 1s like ad infinitum, like ad nauseum. But it also did this trick where it might be actually issue 18, but if it was the start of a new story arc, they'd put a big number 1 on it. And if you weren't really paying attention, you might think it was a new number 1. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. This is classic. Very, very popular. Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle. That'll do quite well. And it's in nice shape as well. Star Wars number 1. And this looks like the actual legitimate. It's not very high grade at all. But the actual legitimate number 1. Because there are about 7 different versions of this. The one you want is the newsstand cover, with the UPC code and 35 cents. That was a limited test run. That book in Near Mint is like a $1,200 book. This one in Near Mint is still a $200 book. And then there are versions that were part of Whitman 3-packs. Whitman was Western Publishing. They published on the newsstands under the Gold Key Comics imprint, although Gold Key had gone away by this point. And then books that they did that went into department stores, generally as part of 3-packs. That was done under the Whitman brand. And there's a couple of different Whitman versions, and you can identify them because there's no UPC code here. And one of them actually says a little kind of box right here by Luke's shoulder. It says reprint, and that one is actually a little bit more valuable, not much, like $10 or so, than the one that doesn't say reprint. And then I think there's an actual second printing of the newsstand copy as well. So a few different versions there. Here was it this issue or the last? This issue. This box or the last box where we saw the Cat number 1. You know, we talked about how the costume got handed down to Patsy Walker, and this is where it happens. Avengers number 144. So that's the first appearance of Hellcat. Not the first appearance of Patsy Walker. Not the first appearance of this costume. But the first Patsy in the costume as Hellcat. Nice Ultron cover of Avengers 171. Here's a Savage She-Hulk number 1. That does very, very well. Her first appearance. Marvel Team Up. And this is not the first appearance of Bobby Chase. I forget where she first appeared. This corner box drawing of her is pretty awful. Frankly. Look, it's got a very uncanny valley look to it. It's like it's drawn by somebody who didn't really know, like they had the human face described to them, but they'd never actually seen a human face. But anyway, Bobby Chase, and I forget where it had appeared previously. And I think she even had a previous costumed identity as well. She first appeared in a civilian identity, but here she becomes Mockingbird for the first time. So that's quite cool. Fantastic Four 211, the first appearance of Terrax the Tamer, which really wouldn't be a big deal, except rumors still float around that if Galactus ever appears in the MCU, he'll have Terrax as his herald. That he won't initially have the Silver Surfer. I don't know to what degree that's true. And here is, and it's a newsstand copy, so that should give it a little bit of a premium. Wolverine number 1, first issue of his first series, 4-issue limited series. Very, very nice. All right, well that's that. That's the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I had fun. Of course, I always do. I'm always afraid you're not. But hey, if you want to have fun, you'll want to see what I'm giving away once I get to 1,000 subscribers. Can't tell you what it is right now because I don't know myself. But if you want to be in on the drawing, you need to leave a comment down below. And we're doing a different form of booger every time. So you can get an entry into the contest. I'll be drawing the names at random, but you know, the entries at random. You can get an entry every single video if you put the right code word, and it's always some form of booger. And because it's Spock, Vulcan booger. No, we did space booger last time. Maybe because boogers are fascinating. I'm fascinated by mine. Fascinating booger. Leave the words fascinating booger, you know, either in a post just all by itself, or with whatever other comment you choose to make. Everyone who puts the words fascinating booger in the comments below, they'll get an entry into the contest for the giveaway, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And of course, those comments help to feed the algorithm, which helps get the video out to more people, which helps assure that we get to 1,000 subscribers that much sooner. But you only know the code word if you watch the video all the way to the end. So it's fascinating booger. And also, if you want to, you know, once we're up and running on the Whatnot app, if you want to come by one of our live auctions, you don't have to buy, you don't have to bid. Just come on by and say hello in the live chat that runs during the auctions, and leave the word booger there too. Now there, don't put anything but booger. Just put booger. Just because I just want to see the look on my boss's face when he's like, why is everybody saying booger? I don't know. And then I'll be able to say to him, well, it's because of the influence my YouTube channel has, how much traffic I drive here. Aren't I wonderful and spectacular? And shouldn't you give me a raise? So, all right. Until the next video, which hopefully, you know, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, will be again 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We'll see you then. But wherever we meet again, till then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.